Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our guest, Steve Bradford, member of the California State Assembly. And recently, sir, in Sacramento, there was a hearing that was held, an important hearing, dealing with boys and men of color. What did you learn at that hearing?
Well, I chair the Select Committee on the Status of Boys and Men of Color, and what we heard, not necessarily learned, but heard of the challenges that young boys and men of color, being African American, Latino, or Asian Pacific Islanders, are facing right now in our school system, in our employment system, or trying to get jobs, even in our criminal justice system. And when we look at the number of young folks who are now under gang injunction simply because of where they live, I mean, it's troubling.
It's interesting. I was recently speaking with the city prosecutor in Long Beach. You know, they have a program whereby someone can apply to get off a gang injunction. That is an innovative program and one that is not necessarily ubiquitous. So I can only imagine, you know, what your folks are saying when they say, yes, I was in a gang, I'm out, I need help. I need to, you know, I need to be able to move on.
You don't even have to be in a gang to be in a gang injunction. You could live in a neighborhood and just be walking home, because many times, as we heard from a lot of these kids, they have to wear the colors of their neighborhood just to survive, even though they're not claiming that a gang or organization. They say, in order that if I live in a blue neighborhood or a green neighborhood, that's what I have to wear. So you can be on a junction.
And at the same time, we have the challenges facing the prison system in California, where we're seeing individuals cycling in and out because of overcrowding and without any help on the other end. And so what challenges does that present?
As we heard from some of these young folks, they need a chance to clean their record. They need expungement. And
now you have a bill or had a bill?
Yes.
Where are we with that bill?
It's in the Senate approach, and hopefully it's going to continue to move, dealing with expungement. But also, they need job training skills. And we just put $3 million in the budget under Prop 39 to provide some job training skills. But that's not enough money.
And as I understand it, one of the purposes behind prison realignment was to allow individuals who happen to be incarcerated to be closer to home so they can get the support they need on the other side, be it while they're serving or after they're serving. But yet, we're not really seeing those programs be put into place.
It's a gross disconnect. And one of the individuals who testified in that hearing was a former probation chief in New York, here in California, and one other state, and he stated we're wasting more money on rehabilitation of young folks because they're not getting the skill set that they really need. We're just spending millions of dollars, and they leave prison a better criminal than a better citizen.
Which is devastating in so many ways. I understand that there now may be a committee starting in Washington dealing with boys and men of color. What can you tell us about that?
The Congress formed a committee shortly after the George Zimmerman hearing, trial and verdict, and they too are looking at the disparaging treatment as it deals with African Americans, Latinos, again, and Asian Pacific Islanders, but more so African Americans and Latinos, and how the criminal justice system, how they're being viewed, and also as we are now looking at your stand your ground. I mean, it just opens up a whole can of worms as a young person.
What did people say to you, your constituents, after the verdict came in on the George Zimmerman case? What were their feelings?
Anger, very much, a lot. Everybody says if the roles would have been reversed, it's no way an African-American man would have been found innocent of killing a 17-year-old Anglo. And that's the sentiment from young to old. A 70-year-old gentleman stated, I would be straight in jail right now.
Okay, his name is Steve Bradford. He's a member of the California State Assembly. My name is Brad Pomerance. You're watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.